Call in, guys. Talk to me nice.
Welcome back to Sports Tea. Welcome back to Sports Tea.
Talk to me nice. Nice. Call in, guys. Talk to me nice. Call in, guys. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Sports Tea. I know it's a little bit late for me tonight. I'm sorry about that. I had a little work event to go to, a coworker's birthday party. So welcome back. Happy Thursday. Well, I guess it's Friday now, technically, but I hope everybody's doing very well. Salute to you, Jeffrey, Funky Town, Spurs, and Sean. What's going on? Salute to everybody in the chat and everybody watching this stream right now. This isn't going to be like a long, drawn out stream. I mean, the Lakers, salute to you, Josh Gold. The Lakers are so overrated, and we are seeing it. The fact that Bronny can be on the court, the NBA is overrated. The fact that Bronny James can go into an NBA game and score 17 points it's shameful. And I think that that's a huge, it's a testament to where the league is. It's the state of the NBA is at its worst. You know? Hi, James. I'm doing well. I'm really good. I know it's a little bit late. I just came back from a birthday party, and it was for one of my coworkers. Really nice young lady. And yeah, I'm just really happy to be here with all of you guys. So as you guys load into the stream, as you come into the room, if you can do me a favor and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and share the word out there. Okay, spread the word. Share the video on your social media and spread the word about Sports Tea. Who else do we have here? Jamal, nice to see you. I agree. Something does have to change. And I think the NBA really does need to change. And I think that they thought that the answer was an injection of Luka Doncic to the Lakers. So it's nothing so crazy, right hand cam. Salute to you. Hi, welcome in. But yes, so just to jump right into it, basically, I have two things to discuss about the Lakers. So the fact that Bronny James scored 17 points tonight, he is improving, guys. So we have to come in here and we have to tell the truth all the time, right? So Bronny is improving, but what it took for Bronny to improve was a whole lot, right? So what it took was to clear out the G League. They had to cut Quincy Oliveri. He has no job in the NBA, and he was balling in the G League. So why wasn't he brought up? They can't do that, right? Because they have Bronny on the 4-year contract. Where the hell is Cam Reddish? Is he playing? I don't think I saw him on the floor tonight, and I could be wrong. I didn't watch all 4 quarters. I just watched bits and pieces of the game. So I watched the first quarter. I watched to see how the Bucks came out in this game, if they were going to be aggressive or what. And then I watched part of the third and all of the fourth quarter. I wanted to see if Bronny was still on the floor, how many minutes he had, etc. So I missed a good portion of the second and the third quarter. Okay, got it. I wonder, did Cam Reddish play for 30 minutes? I didn't check that. But it's just crazy to me that essentially Bronny James can go into an NBA game and drop 17. I am happy for him, though. And I want you guys to know, and I want you to hear it from me, that I'm proud of Bronny. And when he's doing his post-game interviews now, especially now that he dropped 17 points, he could be coming out there saying, yeah, you guys were hating on me, blah, blah, blah. But he is speaking so much more professionally than his dad ever did. And I want to give him credit for that. Bronny James is being more professional. And he said a couple things post-game that really actually impressed me, just from a mentality standpoint, from just somebody that does want to be in the league and wants to do a good job. Bronny wants to play well. He wants to be successful. He does. He wants to be successful for himself. He wants to be more confident, and we are beginning to see that. We're beginning to see Bronny just become more aggressive on the floor and more confident, and I'm proud of him for that. Yeah, I still think he's a scrub, but ultimately it's nice for his confidence, for his peace of mind to be playing better and to be just scoring the basketball. So the fact that we are even coming in here to celebrate that is also a joke, right? But and look, the headlines are that Bronny James scored 17 points and not that the Lakers were blown off the floor by 40. And I get it. LeBron James wasn't playing, Luka Doncic wasn't playing, freaking Rui Hachimura wasn't playing. Like the Lakers were depleted tonight. So they didn't have anybody on the floor. They had the end of their bench playing tonight. That's what they had. And so, did they have LeBron James and Luka Doncic on the floor and gotten blown out before? Yes, that has happened early on in the initial stages of this pairing. Uh, I think that the media is overhyping the Lakers. They're calling them the Snow Time Lakers, which I think is hilarious and ridiculous. And I don't think that the Snow Time Lakers would be able to carry the Lakers to a title this season. I don't think the Snow Time Lakers would be able to contend. So they're going to need LeBron James on the floor. And I would say that they're absolutely going to need to figure out their real rotation because I don't think the rotation that they have is going to hold up in the postseason. So I think that when the Lakers play depleted teams, they look a lot better than they should. I think that yeah, they beat Denver, but that's not a sign of anything. Luka Doncic has been beating Denver. That's nothing new. Luka knows how to beat Jokic. LeBron doesn't, but Luka does. So yeah, I mean, we're going to get into a soundbite from JJ Redick, and we are going to listen to Bronny James sound. And what we're going to unpack with JJ Redick is I think that you guys are going to feel very similarly as I do, but let's play the sound and then we'll react.
JJ, can you just speak to Bronny in the last several weeks or months and kind of the development that gets to the point where, it looks pretty comfortable out there, leads the team in scoring and assists and just the kind of the growth that he's shown?
Yeah. We've obviously monitored him in the G and feel like he's, in those sort of end game situations, when he's gotten a chance to play with us, he's been really good. So not surprised by tonight. I think his confidence is growing. You mentioned the word comfort. That's certainly there for him. And I think the next step is just becoming like an elite conditioned athlete. Because when he does that with his physical tools and just his like burst and his handle, and we think he's going to be a above average to really good NBA shooter. He's gonna have a chance to really make an impact.
How impressive you've been with just sort of his ability to kind of keep his head down and be about the work through all sorts of stuff that traditionally would never be thrown at a second round pick.
Yeah. I saw some video interviews that he did at the Combine in May, and obviously I was not the Lakers coach, just an NBA analyst and podcaster at the time. And I texted Bron, and I was like, man, Bronny has his head on straight. Like, he gets it. And since day one, I've just been impressed with the person that he is, and to deal with, frankly, bullshit because of who his dad is, and just keep a level head about it and be a class act. Says a lot about him, says a lot about that family, and the way LeBron and Savannah have raised him. It was obvious to me from the moment, I started spending time with him on the court this summer. He was certainly going to be an NBA player. And I still believe that he'll be an NBA player.
You guys heard JJ Redick, and you might have missed a very key critical thing that he said. And I think sometimes when people talk, they oftentimes don't realize that they are saying too much, that they're word vomiting, that they're oversharing, and they think that sharing is going to make them, I guess, probably more palatable to others. And I think that that's what JJ Redick oftentimes thinks when he speaks, and he sort of does this overshare. And so he tells this story about how he texted LeBron back in May, right? When he was just a sports analyst and podcaster. That's what he makes it seem. And it's just a sports analyst and podcaster. Now those jobs are no big deal, right? So he wasn't the Lakers head coach yet. But you notice that he says that he texted LeBron back in May to say, oh, Bronny's he's got such a good head on his shoulders. You guys don't see that going all the way back to May, and probably beforehand, JJ Redick was trying to steal Darvin Ham's job. You know, those black jobs I'm always in here talking about. I haven't played that in a long time, but JJ Redick is a snake. And it's so obvious that you texted LeBron back in May when you saw Bronny at the combine, because nobody was supporting him saying that he was an NBA player. Nobody except JJ Redick and ESPN, the La Media. They were pumping Bronny up, saying that he's so ready for the NBA. He looked great at the combine, blah, 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 right? All these media lies. LeBron needed somebody that was going to believe in Bronny, that was going to move heaven and earth to make sure that Bronny becomes some level of a success in the NBA. Somebody that was going to develop his son, ergo the 4-year development program. Darvin Ham, he came out right in the media and said, hey, I'm not worried about Bronny James. I'm not even going to discuss that. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about the team that I have right now, being successful, heading into the postseason and winning games. Darvin Ham clearly didn't want to coach Bronny. He clearly didn't want him on the team. That was obvious. He was not here for the LeBron James circus. He didn't want that. He wanted to be part of a real NBA team. He wanted to treat the Lakers as the storied, respectable franchise that it is, not a joke like what it has been turning into all season long. And so it's just funny to me that JJ Redick continues to drop hints that he was trying to steal Darvin Ham's job. He continues to let us know that in a variety of ways. And to me, that was a little crumb that he sprinkled. He gave us that crumb. He didn't realize it, though. He didn't realize that he's obviously telling us that he's been vying for that job. So yeah, you make it a point to say that you were an NBA analyst at the time and a podcaster, that you weren't the Lakers head coach as of yet. Right, because you were working on getting that job all the way back in May, probably beforehand, because you were planting the seeds that you were going to coach LeBron's son, that you were going to be the guy. You were going to be LeBron's guy. You were going to do his dirty work for him. You're going to jump out there and say that Bronny earned this opportunity. And we all know that he didn't earn it. And we're going to get more into that in a moment, because we are going to play some sound from Bronny James where he kind of lets us know that he didn't earn it, but that he's working on it. He's working on earning it. And so I've got to tell you guys, Bronny James is becoming more likable for me, because he knows the truth and he is trying. He's trying really hard, and I can't punish him for that. He's in this situation and he's just trying to figure out how to, I don't know, just how to stay sane. And yes, he's a part of it. He is complicit, right? But I don't know that he really understood how he was going to feel inside as a person once taking this leap and being a Nepo baby in the NBA to LeBron James, no less. And then LeBron embarrassing himself, confronting Stephen A. Smith. And I don't love everything that Bronny James says in this, in this next interview clip soundbite that I'm going to play for you guys. But for the most part, I find that he's saying the right thing, sounding professional.